Hey, what's up, Bird Nation? This your boy Christopher Raiders and my main man, Bird Nation Jason. Man, this is the Cover 3 show. Tonight wasn't a really good night, but hey, I saw a few good things. Um, we'll talk about that on the other side. How you feeling, Jason?
You know, it's preseason, like we always say.
Yeah, yeah. Well, anyway, without further ado, let's go and get the show started.
Let's get it.
Raider Nation Jason, Chris, four Raiders, Chewy, and this the Cover 3 show. Raider Nation Jason, Chris, four Raiders, Chewy, and this the Cover 3 show. Raider Nation Jason, Chris, four Raiders, Chewy, and this the Cover 3 show. Raider Nation. Raiders.
Hey. Cover 3 shows back on the air. Well, it's over. Finally over. No more preseasons, none of that stuff. In 2 weeks, we'll get to see some real football. I know you've been waiting, huh, Jason?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to see what it really looks like.
Yeah. You can take the preseason for a grain of salt. Doesn't mean that much. What it does mean is that you're going to have players out there fighting for their jobs. The first team is going to get in there and try to get their continuity, their rhythm ready for game one against Dolphins, because there's no more practices as far as playing another team in practice. Pretty much the cuts go down this weekend. So they got a lot of evaluations to do to see who's going to make this roster, who's going to be cut. And also what that does is that other teams going to waive people too. And since we were the worst team last year, we get the number one pick in the waiver wire. So if there's some guys that say, yeah, we need somebody else, we can go get them the first try. So, anything in the game you saw you liked or disliked, go ahead and talk about it.
Well, of course, being out from the Bay, I didn't like how it ended. Just the tackling, but just overall, like whoever, no matter who it was against, but just tackling. There was a lot of third and longs that we gave up when we could have put it away, and who knows what would happen if we had more time. Wanted to see more Jacob Clark, to be honest, but we seen like a very light, dose of it at the end. But definitely wanted to see, what we got, and there might be a reason we didn't. It might be,
Well,
expose.
go ahead.
Yeah, well, I was that they might not want to expose, what we got, but would have liked to come out of there with the win. We had the miss by Matt Gay that would have kind of kept us, a little close, but it's we know it's like a lot of the 2s and 3s and stuff like that. So I'm just ready for the real thing. I want to see the best of what we got, on the field and our best shot.
No, I had a theory on Jacob Clark, and we talked about it Sunday, that they're going to stash him. They didn't practice OTAs. They know what they got. They're going to stash him. Maybe he's a good quarterback. Maybe he's not. Well, we don't know because we haven't seen him. So you know what happened last year when Cam Miller had that one good game and, put him in practice squad and the Dolphins snatched him up out of practice squad. I don't think they want to let that happen again because, as we spoke earlier, earlier in the week, that we don't know how long Cousins is going to be here.
Mhm.
We don't know if AOC how long he's going to be here because this is last year's contract. We don't know if they're going to trade him or keep him. So there's that. So I think they want to go into next season with 1 year behind both the guys, Bill. Speaking of Mendoza and Jacob Clark. 1 year because they can sit and learn. So that way, when they go fresh in the next year, they have a couple 2-year quarterbacks who learn the system, who learn behind Cousins, and that. But if they put them on practice squad, during the middle of the season, quarterback's going to get hurt. Guys, it happens, unfortunately, but it happens. And the first thing I'm going to do is look at everybody's practice squad. What quarterback do they have? Oh, they got Jim Clark that we saw in preseason. He was good. Let's get him. Then we lost out. So it could be one thing or the other. So I think either he's good and they stashed him, or he's bad and they just want to deal with it.
Yeah. It was unfortunate for AOC. We had a chance to kind of do it again. And I swear that last 4th and 5, I was hoping he could have won the hearts of Raider Nation by running for that first down, but
and when I saw him running, say he ain't gonna get there. He's not
I
went in the house. I was in the house. I was watching my rest of my wife. She a 49er fan, and he he's running. I said he ain't gonna get there. And soon enough, he got 2 yards short. I'm yep. I tell you what, that 5 yards will take. That 5 yards will take him a long time to get there.
I was hoping whoever pushed him last time would just come out of nowhere and just push his ass to the first down.
Yeah.
But he did the best he could. And he had Tom what's his name, Tompkins?
Mm-hmm.
But he overthrew him when he got hit. But
yeah.
I figure we won right there anyway. That's a moral victory for me. We should have had the win right there, but we didn't. So,
well, our defense kept them out the end zone multiple times. They were inside their red zone a few times. They kept them out the end zone. So hats off to the defense, what they did. And that wasn't a full defense. There was no Max Crosby out there. It wasn't Dean or what you call him, Walker out there. It wasn't the normal defense that you're going to see come Sundays. Stokes was out there. Stoops out there. He was an older player. But, with that, the defense did pretty good. Because when in the beginning of the game, they couldn't run up the middle. If you notice that. They could not run up the middle for nothing. So the defensive line, about talking defensive line, well, maybe they have something there. And we'll see in the regular season. Like I said, the waiver wire comes out. And then if they feel they need another defensive tackle, they can go grab one. Because a lot of teams going to cut some of their UDFAs, some of their guys drafted low, and some are going to cut some veterans. So watch out for that.
Oh, you know what I did like too was Hemby. Hemby was making some plays. He just he was sitting down in the gaps in the coverage and getting the 5 yards, you know what I'm saying, just chipping away. I like that, because he was making them linebackers have to come up, so that's what I'm saying. And if he could do that, he can clear it out because we got speed at the wide receiver position. So I think he will make the team, and I hope. I don't know. It's we're gonna see. Naylor made that one-handed grab. That was nice. It was behind him too.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah, there was some nice. I was like, okay.
Even Benson made a good catch, but it was out of bounds. But he fought for the ball.
Yeah.
bet it's out of bounds. But
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still think we need another receiver because we don't have, like you said, I do agree with you on that. But we don't have a receiver that really is doing a lot of separation because I didn't see any separations out there at all tonight. Maybe it was the play calling that they were doing. They were trying to keep it simple.
Yeah.
Maybe that was it. Time will tell when they play their first game against the Dolphins. So I did notice that the offensive line held up pretty decent. First string held up pretty fast. And what they should not do is throw a screen pass on Colt Miller's side because that dude is not that fast. I think Glazer is faster. Throw the other side. But, because Colt Miller got that fast enough for that block, for that screen. There was that one guy he could have beaten and got many yards, but Colt Miller wasn't out there fast enough to get that block. So if you're going to throw a screen, throw the Glazers a little bit faster, maybe a lot faster.
Yeah. One thing we always do, too, is we're aggressive, with our pass rush. And we seen it tonight where we were so aggressive that we let that screen go. You know what I mean? Like, you came on that third down, and then third down is one of those downs you got to be careful because I think they were just trying to chip away and get a little bit closer so they could, attempt a field goal, but she ended up getting the whole thing. So, that's one thing because Miami's going to be tough. They got, what's his name, a chain, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing some screens. You know what I mean? Just attacking that defense, but
yeah. Well, like I said, that was a number 3 defense. Guys on a bubble, guys trying to make a change, so they're gonna play a little extra harder. Probably get out assignments, try to make a play to impress the coaches and the other teams too. Because remember, the other teams are watching these guys too. So because the Raiders cut them, they'll probably pick them up. So they were auditioning to be on the Raiders, but they also auditioned to be in the NFL to other 31 teams.
Yeah.
So some guys are going to try a little harder, be out of position. So, those things kind of happen especially like in a bubble game like this was. Got to impress. Well, other than that, this game really didn't piss me off because we will play them again later in the year. So,
yeah, that's when I think a clean game between us both because I did like how our DBs were playing when they were in.
Oh yeah,
they were. You know what I'm saying? They were making plays. So
even DCAM got in on play.
That part.
But they finally put Stoops where he's supposed to be at free safety.
Mm-hmm.
Paul got in there and did some things. So he's trying to fight for his job. So that's good to see. These guys fighting for their jobs out there, literally fighting for their jobs. Not fighting, fist fight, but
Yeah. Shout to DCAM too. I really apologize too because I wrote him off. You know what I'm saying? Because last year due to injury he wasn't available, and then the year before that he was kind of scarce. And then but shout out to him because he battled back, and congratulations on the baby. And I hope because he's got the size, he's got the speed, so if he can get it, that'll be another threat in that DB room. So shout to bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope he comes along. He didn't have a good first year, and the second year was I don't think he was on the field at all last year. I don't remember seeing it was Porter.
He had a hamstring, and then that was the longest hamstring I've ever seen.
Yeah, I didn't even see Porter out there. Really, was he out there? I remember seeing him.
He made a couple. I know he made a play, but he was out there.
Mm.
Very early though. I think like first quarter.
Yeah, they said that DB room was weak. It was pretty good, especially Teron Johnson. He was being like glued to these guys. He was all over them. So was Stokes. So DB room is not looking bad. Considering that it was a third string out there, but it doesn't matter. They're still football players.
Yeah.
So the linebacker room, we have a linebacker room. The third string, second string linebacker core is what I'm worried about. That's what I'm really worried about. because if something happened to Dean or Walker, that's
Yeah.
a big drop off for linebackers coming in there. Big drop off. Because when the Birds got in there, they couldn't stop anybody.
Nobody.
They couldn't stop run. They couldn't stop anything. I'm like, oh God.
That's the difference with the UDFAs, because like they're the guys. Yeah, they got the heart to do it, but they don't have the frame. They don't have the size. They don't have the power to do it. You know, the heart's there, but you know they just don't have the physical.
Well, the Burgers were drafted, although be late. I think Eichenberg was drafted, I forgot, 5th round, 4th round. And
Yeah.
Lindenberg was drafted in the 6th round, almost last.
Damn, that's crazy.
So they were drafted last. They were drafted at the end, the bottom end of the draft. I can't
Why
remember
did
if Eichenberg got drafted, but I don't know.
Why
But,
do they feel UDFAs?
well, you know, they can get out there and shine, do better what they did, and they keep them. But you know, there's some pieces missing as far as the backups concerned. You know,
Yeah.
so you know, hopefully they'll solve that in this waiver wire when they waive these players and pick up some players, because they probably will pick up a few players.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about edge because we got Quiddy Pay got hurt early in preseason, and then Crawford this game. So, and then Max is already coming off, you know what I'm saying, injury. So that's something to look at too. You know, hopefully we can pick up, you know, like you said, somebody, hopefully some vets, you know.
Well, Harvey didn't look that bad out there. He was in the backfield a lot.
Who?
Harvey, number 91.
Oh yeah, I like Harvey too. I was
Yeah,
like,
he's in the backfield a couple of times.
yeah,
So
he had a nice last game.
yeah, he's no Max Crosby by any means, stretch of imagination. But he was back there. He was doing his thing. So with Crawford, we don't know the extent of the injury. It could be just a sprain, lower sprain, ankle. Hopefully, that's all it is. He tweaked his ankle. We don't know yet. You know, Matt's going to be there.
Yeah.
So Kieran Crawford was not really a key injury yet because he's a rookie. Excuse me, guys. He's not like a Matt Crosby going out or anything like that. Quiddy Pay, yeah, it might be a little key injury on the rotation value. Bob Gucci is still there. I mean, he didn't show up tonight.
Thank you. Because I'm wondering, I'm like, who the hell is on the other side of Max? I forgot about Malcolm Kuntz. That's who I was forgetting. I was like, damn, because I was like, I feel like we don't have nobody left, but I'm like, I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. And yeah, Malcolm Kuntz. So, but him too, you know, like injury risk too. So both him and Max kind of coming off. At least what's the name's a year removed, but
hey, Mr. Weber, we don't know yet. They haven't said anything. They probably won't say anything. They don't have to say anything right now because it's preseason. But well, we'll find out later in the week. They haven't said they haven't gave a report. But they did walk off the field on his own. Well, he had a little help. So it wasn't an ACL or knee or anything like that, because that's the case. They had to put a car out there on the field immediately.
Yeah,
he did ride a cart after they got him up to the sidelines, but that's just like, why walk when you take a ride? Okay, thanks for coming in, Mr. Weber. We don't know yet, but like I said, he wasn't a key figurehead on our starting defensive line. He was more or less a rotation piece. But I do want to get healthy and get back to the team as fast as possible, so he can learn more. He can get in the game, So yeah, but overall, it was. I looked at the Raiders. They looked like they were just going through the motions.
It did.
Yeah. There was no
sense just trying to stay healthy.
Yeah. There was no sense of urgency. They wouldn't try anything different, because I saw 49ers run a reverse. I'm like, really? In a preseason, going to run a reverse?
Yeah.
Why? Running trick plays in a preseason? Okay. Good for you. So, like I said, we didn't see the full potential of this offense yet. You know, like I said, then I guess Kubiak is not going to show his hand now, not until we get in the regular season, because he don't want any other teams having a extensive tape on the Raiders in the preseason. They said, let's watch the Raiders because we got playing in about 4 weeks, about 3 weeks. It's a vanilla offense, you know. So yeah, not gonna do anything spectacular.
Yeah.
No. But I do expect more of game one.
Yeah. This is going to be interesting because if we can get this win against Miami, it'll give us a good little boost of confidence because we'll need it that next week. Against, that team with no rings. And we have New Orleans after that. So we could get off to a strong start. You know what I mean? Like it's possible, but things got to go the right way. Like I said, we got to be have everything on deck. That's why it's key. That's why it kind of sucks the timing of the Jeanty injury because he could be ready, but is he going to be 100%? You know what I mean? Like, is he going to be because we need his best. For us to win, we got to have everybody at their best, doing everything right.
The way Washington looked right behind that first line, offensive line, the first team offensive line, Jeanty can sit out if he needs to. I don't think Kubiak's going to rush him back because they're going to they don't want to take a chance. If he's 70 or 80% ready to go, I don't think he plays.
Mm-hmm.
Because thank goodness it wasn't a high ankle sprain. It was a lower sprain, so that takes about 2 weeks, 3 weeks at the most for it to really come back. You sprained your ankle before. You know how it feels. You can walk on. You can't walk on for a minute. Then you walk on, but very gingerly. Yes, because he needs ankle to make those cuts. So, like I say, if he's 8%, I wouldn't play him. The way Washington looked on that line, the way he was running the ball behind that first team, there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to panic because we don't have no more Zamir White, who's now in New Orleans right now. I don't know if he's still there.
Yeah.
I thought we was going to see him tonight, but the 49ers traded Zamir White to New Orleans. Wow.
How did they pull that off? How did you trade Zamir White? How does that happen?
It's on a few days, and then they traded him to New Orleans for a linebacker. I forgot who he was.
I give them more props than what was it? Us trading Gino. I give them more props. The Tyree Wilson. My bad. I think that one ups that one. The Tyree Wilson trade.
So they got both our former players, Tyree and Zamir White, who are a bust with us. Total bust.
3 trades with the worst people on our team as well.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing our players play for other teams like Sincere McCormick was playing for the Niners. Like, Jesus. How many foreign players? And that's what we do. That's exactly what the Raiders do. We get a player, we don't develop him, or we're a team so sorry that he can't perform right, and we get rid of him.
Yeah, and then come back and kick our butt.
And then he go to another team and do well. That's the Raiders story. That's the way. That's the way it always goes.
Well, not this year, Chris. This is a new year.
This is going to change now. I think they're going to change it.
I'm drawing the line right now. So this stops today.
It stops now. No more of the shenanigans.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. We was talking earlier that, I'm going to, like you said, trust the process. Be patient. This year, I like what you said. This is going to be the worst year Kubiak has a head coach under the Raiders. And I believe that. It's a fill now process. This is like, okay, we got these in the draft. We got these free agents. My first year. They're going to see it. They're going to go through the season. And then the following year, let's say, okay, now we know what else we need. Because their teams don't just build up that quick. Look at Detroit Lions, for example. Took them through 2 years, 3 years to get where they were. They fell off a little bit, but still it took them that long to get there. Because you know why? Because Dan Campbell had a plan and they were patient with it.
Yeah.
They could have fired him at the second year when he won how many games he won? 3 games, 4 games, whatever. They could have fired him. They said, no. Just be patient. Got the offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson, got some players, and they ran with it. They built their team up for 2-3 years. They built their team up to where they got to where they were. That's what we got to do.
Always go back to
Yeah, we can't be. You don't think we have overnight success. Well, we drafted Mendoza, the number one pick. Yeah, one player don't make the team. It takes 21 other guys to make the team, and the head coaches, all of them, up and down the board.
Yeah, things got to change, but it's changing now. I can feel it shifting.
Been a while since we got rid of a player that I wanted to keep.
Yeah,
I didn't want the guys they got rid of. I didn't want to keep any of them.
Yeah,
it wasn't like I was. It wasn't like it was when we lost Spillane. I was pissed off that year. This year it's like, all right, bye. We'll see.
Yeah, and I know this wide receiver thing is only going to be, not for long. It's gonna because, like I said, we can pick up somebody in this wave. So that's why, and see, that's the thing. I would not be surprised if like 15 players get replaced. You know what I mean? Because I feel like these guys are gonna put people, like in position, and they know what we got. They see, because that's what I said. Remember after the pro day when they signed Cousins, like it was kind of like they had to see that first, and then they're like, okay, yeah, I think we need him in here to help this process a little bit. And then so I feel like they know we're not ready. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see what we do. And then just see, because they could change, things could change. I wouldn't be mad with Hemby, like Hemby and what's this called? Washington being, the 1-2 just until Jeanty gets back. Because I liked what I seen out of Hemby receiving. And, if Mike Washington can pretty much run and be that horse, we might have something. And then with Lobby kind of being that Swiss Army knife, you know what I mean? But I appreciate Lobby, but I don't know how far he's gonna get on this team. Like he might make it this year, but I don't know, because I figure by that time we've upgraded enough to kind of let him go.
Well, Lobby's reason he will stay on team is special teams. That's the reason why he'll stay. He's a good change of pace back because he's a little swifter than other guys are. He's not in between a tackle type of dude. He's more like an outside runner where he can catch the ball and use his little shiftiness to run. So, him he looked all right. Considering where he played at with the third string line. So, he probably, I don't know how many running backs they're going to keep. I don't know if we'll keep 4 or 5. But he can't go on practice squad. But then if they do that, somebody will grab him.
Yeah. And with Jeanty hurt right now, I think they kind of have to, just in case, like he tweaks it. Or, they say if he did try to come back and he tweaks it, it'd be good to just have him on deck. Because the way he runs, Kubiak runs, he's going to use at least 3 backs. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Agreed.
And the fullback,
Agreed. Totally agree with that. So yeah, I don't know. We'll find out Sunday. We'll find out Sunday late afternoon. I know every content creator gonna be on for that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's not to get first pick, on something. We don't get leftovers. We get to, and so it's on us if we fail because we get top pick. So.
Well, they're gonna start cutting tonight or tomorrow morning. You're gonna see some cuts already being made because they had to be cut down by Sunday, not on Sunday, but by Sunday. So they already doing cuts right now. They're already looking at their books and notepad, and they're doing the cuts and like nope, nope, nope. Bye. So we shall see.
And shout
Because
to the refs tonight too. The
who?
refs kind of bailed us out one of those drives too. I think it was the second quarter
Who?
of the referees. You know, we never get no love, but they showed us some love tonight.
Well, yeah, they did good. They wouldn't know like what the hell are you calling, but they did okay.
Yeah, the tide has turned.
Yeah, Hayward, the fullback. Yeah, that I'm glad we got a fullback back because he was doing some dirty work out there. He was hitting some people. So I'm glad we finally got a fullback. That's been missing for a long time.
Exactly.
Because the NFL is a fickle league. It's like at one point in my history, the NFL was all straight running, run, then the pass. Then all of a sudden they switch over to it's a passing league now. So man, the running backs didn't get paid that much, and all that madness, and no fullbacks. Nobody have fullbacks anymore. A couple of teams still have fullbacks, but majority have fullbacks. We were one of them. But then this guy named Saquon Barkley did all that. Teams like, oh, I guess we do need a running back now.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you even think you did need running backs? A quarterback ain't going there and has 75 attempts. Unheard of. Yeah. You have total 90 possession and you do 89 balls. 89 attempts. Like what? Makes no sense. So it's not just a passing league. So bringing the fullback back made me happy.
Yeah, me too.
Because we'll need that. Because Hayward a couple of times was blocking for Washington, made that key block, and that's how Washington got loose.
Mm-hmm.
And Caleb Rogers also did a good block too, knocked that dude's helmet off. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. Like Hemby, I was gonna say there was that one where I don't know how he broke those two tackles though, because they kind of pretty much missed, but it was two people, like he slid off both of them and then he ran hard for that I think he hit somebody else for that to get that first down. You know what I mean? But he had made, I think it was back-to-back plays or, pretty much close together plays. So, I like to see that fight. Just don't take what they give you. Go take what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, go get it. And he showed he wants to be here. So I appreciate that. And then you see how comfortable him and Mendoza were. You know what I mean? Like, because you know how they said the timing with him, but with Hemby, you could tell they worked together. You know what I'm saying? Like he knew exactly where he was going to slide. You know what I mean? So I just want him to get that chemistry with everybody else too, as well.
Well, Hemby ran like that in college too. So that's what I expect how to run. Because I want running backs that when they get hit, they fall forward, not go back. And they keep fighting as long as they don't fumble the ball.
Yeah.
What's that? Every time for the rules, they create. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's the NFL. That's what they do.
Yeah.
That's why they want to try to go to 18-game season next year. Like, really?
Yeah.
If you're gonna do that, then you got to add more players to the team.
Yeah.
You got to make a bigger practice squad and a bigger roster. 53 man, make it a 57 or 50 or 60 man team or something.
Yeah.
What you saying?
I feel like the 3 games is not enough for preseason. I feel like 4 was kind of good because I don't know. I feel like you still need to get ready for the season too. Because I know it's a lot of, like you said, the bubble guys, but I remember where it kind of used to be like, the first couple games is for the bubble guys, and then as you get closer, then it's getting sharp, getting your timing and all that stuff together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I missed that 4th game. You know what I'm saying? Even though it doesn't matter, it just, I feel like it's a tune-up. It's a good way to get right.
Yeah, because usually that 4th game, the stars being for like a quarter or two. not just a few possessions. So they get ready, get tuned up, get their timing right. Now it's not like that. No, they got to hurry up because they got to see the bubble guys. The guys like the bottom of the roster. So they had to rush through it.
Yeah.
And they'll say, "Well, college don't have a preseason." Yeah, but college has spring games. It's like a preseason. See, so they say college don't have preseason. Well, it's not actual preseason like NFL does it, but they have spring games. All the college has spring games.
Yeah.
So this because I heard it was a rumor, but I forgot where I heard from that the NFL was actually thinking about taking out the preseason, go right into the season. I was like, really? That would be stupid. No. So
That was crazy.
they want to take preseason out to have more games. So they're talking about having 2 preseason games and 18 games. I don't know when they're talking about that next year. I'm like, okay, so you can have I think it's 10 people on a practice squad.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 10 on a practice squad, not counting IR and all that stuff. So 10 people in practice squad, 53 of them on the roster. So that's 63 players, right?
Yeah.
You mean tell me that that season with that many players, it's not gonna cut it. Because college can have up than 100 people on their team. So ain't worried about it. Because you go to college, it's like I played quarterback in college. What string are you? I'm a 5th string quarterback. 5th string quarterback in college. So they can have up to 90 to 100 players. There's no limitation. The only limitation is the money and the scholarships. But in pros, we only have 53. If you want to go to a 18-game season, you got to increase that 53 up to another number. Add 5 more to it. And add 3 more to the practice squad. So to make it like, because football stuff. People get hurt. People get worn out. People get tired. I don't care how young or old you are.
Yeah. We know Anthony Richardson gets tired during games.
Yeah.
Tap out.
That was so funny. I didn't see it. Well, it ran a lot. Yeah. So did Michael Vick and
Man, he never
Vick and what's his name?
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton. I think the guy from Baltimore. Where's his name?
Oh yeah, Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. I mean,
tapping himself out.
I remember Randall Cunningham from Philadelphia back in the day. He ran a lot. A lot of quarterbacks ran a lot. So why are you tired? You're a young man.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
So I'm tired.
I'm tired.
And it probably would have been a handoff anyway. You know what I'm saying? It probably would have been a running play anyway. All you would have had to do is hand it to the back.
Yeah, you could have all but out there ran it because they were driving like at the most opportune time. You take yourself out the game. Like I don't know. I don't think it's going to be on that team much longer.
And they left him out. They're like, all right, you want to come out? Fine, stay out.
Good, stay out. Go in now. Don't even hold a clipboard. It might be too heavy for you.
Go in the back and lay down. In fact,
yeah.
Go locker room.
Hey, here's my keys, man. This is a double tree down the street. Just go.
Yeah, go take a nap.
But anywho, hold on, 30 minutes. Okay, so yeah, it was things I want to see in this game. I remember a thumbnail showed that the owner of the 49ers got arrested.
Yeah.
And people are like, they said, well, he's a millionaire, billionaire. He can get anywhere he wants. But they don't understand. He knows that. He want that thrill. Sometimes, the girl that they'll get to you, and it's one reason because you got a lot of money. I think it was in Ohio. They'll probably don't know who he is, So they went after his money, gave him whatever how much he paid, and he was cool with that. So,
yeah.
Man gonna do.
He tried to go out of town, try to at least get out of state and do it, but they'll get you.
$140. That's still cheap because the call girls go anywhere from the $500 to thousands of dollars for a call girl. The ones you call out in your hotel room. So yeah, so he got over. That's why he's a billionaire, because he not save his money.
Yeah.
I mean, that's funny. I was like, but he did his thing. He got busted. They're not gonna happen to him. We're gonna slap on the wrist, pay a fine, and go about his business. Everybody gonna forget about it. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything to hurt anybody. So whatever.
He called Robert Kraft and said, "Hey man, you got that lawyer still? Can you make this go away?"
He probably couldn't get in contact with Robert Kraft because he probably find out where's that massage parlor at.
These owners, man, gotta be cool. Owners of the new players.
Nah, it should be no league action. Why should it be a league action? He did something. He did something that a lot of men done. I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of men done that. Some women too. It's the oldest profession in the history of the world. So what's the league gonna do? Fine him for what? He didn't, like I say, he didn't hurt nobody. He didn't go beat up his wife. He didn't beat the girl. She was of legal age, or he or she, whatever they said he was.
He said he or whatever.
Well, they said it was a trans, so I don't know.
Oh, it gets worse. Damn, I didn't even know that part.
It said it was a trans. That's his business. Who he sleeps with is his business. So what? Who cares? I don't care who he's sleeping.
Yeah, he's a 49er at the end of the day. So
that doesn't affect my life whatsoever. Like, and so,
hey, do you whatever floats your boat.
So I don't know what the league gonna do. Like I said, it'd be a different story if he got the girl and then girl. Okay, let's call her girl, and beat her up. That's different. That's different. Now the league can take action.
Yeah, he tried, but you know what I'm saying. But that's the thing.
Paying $140, man, for a little pleasure. That's personal business.
For some stick shift. Play stick shift.
I don't want to get too many details with that, but
yeah.
He want to have fun. So what? He got money. He can do what fun he want. Like I said, as long as he didn't hurt anybody. So
yeah.
But I know, in fact, it was a trans. I'm not sure it was. They said it was. I'm saying it because I can't classify he or she.
Yeah.
If it was, then you know what? When you get back to Frisco, boy, you got a whole bunch of trans knocking on his door. Hey. I heard you like this kind of thing, man. I'm going to want to be in.
Yeah. We got you for 120. What's up?
Dude, we can get a two for man for $70. Come on, let me.
Damn.
Yeah, so I mean, big deal.
Yeah.
If it had been Mark Davis, they'd probably be a really big deal about it.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm glad, Mark been staying out the way.
Oh, Mark got
to smarten up.
But Mark got his girls. You see him all the time. He got them situated.
Straight player.
Yeah, he got him. You see this girl that's sitting next to him. They said, that's not his girlfriend. No, it's not his girlfriend. That's his plaything.
Yeah.
It's a different story it's different between your plaything and the girlfriend. Girlfriend is stick with you all the time. Plaything is like here today, gone tomorrow. Time for a new toy.
Yeah. Doing it for the gram.
Mm-hmm.
Doing it for the gram. Yeah. So I guess Sunday we'll do a breakdown too. We get to get all into these Dolphins, man. And
by Sunday, we should know get cut because they're gonna probably start cutting tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Usually teams don't wait till the last minute. They're gonna start cutting players tomorrow. Waiving players tomorrow. And we'll see that. Then by the time Sunday, we'll know what they have and who they'll pick up. And then the cover 3 show next week is the Dolphins breakdown, right?
Yeah.
By then we'll know what each team had. We can break down the Dolphins roster. We can break down our roster, who we keep, who we got, same thing with Dolphins. Because quiet as kept, I think the Raiders like as I mentioned before, this just feels different. This just feels not like the same old BS we've been going through year after year after year after year after year. I don't see that. I see they got because I remember last year when we had the show, they got adults in the room now, but I don't think it really did. We had grandpas in the room,
Mm-hmm.
but I think this year they're going to take it easy. Like I said, this is the first for two coaches, the defensive coordinator and the head coach. And I think this is first year to his offensive coordinator because he's a quarterback coach. So all the coaching staff, the main three coaching staffs are new, brand new. Janoko's the new coordinator, Kubiak, and then your boy, I almost said Patrick Graham.
Leonard.
Yeah, Leonard.
Yeah.
So this all their first season as being on top. We got basically we got a brand new team. We got players from last year, but now a lot of them. But we got brand new everything, brand new system, brand new everything is gonna be brand new.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want to see how this wide receiver room shakes out, like once the cuts and everything. If they replace, like Thornton and all these with somebody else.
Yeah, I don't think Thornton's gonna make the cut. He has seen no action in preseason.
Yeah.
Been hurt so much. I know that was Spite's guy. He drafted. He might get a slide to get him to develop more.
Mm-hmm.
But Malik Benson's not going anywhere.
Yeah. What's his name? Might just make it just because our room is so thin, Thornton. You know what I'm saying? Just in case things go bad, at least we have somebody. Because I can see, it's just because we're not that deep anyway, that we kind of have to, you know what I'm saying? B-side, what's up with Vic? Yeah, but just seeing, this dude, you would come in on a night like tonight. That's my 49er, family.
That's fine.
But, yeah, I think Thornton might just make it on a fluke that basically we don't have nobody else, because I think nobody really stepped up as far as like any UDFAs or because Malik Benson is about the brightest, person that kind of showed, he had the potential to play. And then nobody else really behind, well, except for Tompkins. Tompkins kind of made some plays here and there. So.
Yeah, Steve Jackson made one good play, but then a couple plays he kind of messed up. So I don't know what he stands. He might go back to the practice squad. I don't know.
Yeah. Ooh, it might just be the same guys because I was thinking, Naylor for sure. Tucker, all of them will make it. That's why I feel like Thornton will probably make it just on the fluke, just because, he's a body at the end of the day.
Oh, this guy's a 49 fan? He said we had a bye tonight and we didn't play anybody. Yeah, you did in the first half. You guys couldn't get anything until we brought our third string in. So, yeah, you did play somebody. Well, we'll see in the regular season, see how that plays out for you.
Yeah, y'all didn't get in that end zone. Know that.
Yeah. Yeah, you had the ball. What's that ball at the 3-5 yard line? Got nowhere.
Man. I was mad that what's the name was making all them field goals, and I was mad that like our kickers are. I felt uneasy every time he kicked.
It was crazy. That's one thing I have to go to worry about. They got to pick up a kicker. I don't care.
Yeah.
Carlson already signed for somebody. I don't know. Somebody say he signed with somebody, but I don't know who it was. But that's fine. But you got to get a kicker
because that's gonna be the difference in these games. Like it could be a field goal. You know what I'm saying? Like if we, man.
That's why the 49ers didn't re-sign him or let him go because he was inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
One game he might be got to go for 3 for 3 in field goals. Next game he'll go over 4. That's why I got rid of him. Can't have that.
Yeah.
I don't want the Raiders to be that team that always kick field goals now. No. But we do need it just in case.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
I don't know what they're gonna do, but they got to do something. They got to get a field goal kicker. You got to kick a couple of linebackers off the waiver wire. We got to do a lot of things in the waiver wire.
yeah,
We don't need any key pieces, like really key pieces. You know, they can get a good clutch receiver. Betts did okay. I think they're gonna use him more, but he's not a downfield threat. You know, he's more of that third down guy,
yeah,
that clutch receiver. I think you need a receiver that can separate just to keep the defense honest. Because if she was gonna separate from these cornerbacks, then they basically just gonna either play this number zone on us, keep it in front of them, or they're gonna play 1-1 coverage because they can't separate.
yeah,
And that means the quarterback can hold the ball a little bit longer.
yeah. And then you got more guys coming at that. You know what I mean? At your QB.
Yeah, well, you don't get blocked for so long.
Yeah, and then trying to run man. You know, if you can run man successfully, then that means you can get a good rush too. And you know, if you can lock down, but I think we'll be good. Like our DBs, I think we'll.
I'm talking about the receivers, the DBs. I'm talking about the receivers.
Yeah.
We need a receiver
No, I mean,
that can separate.
yeah, but remember we were talking about like kind of how the DB room was looking and stuff like that. But I think I don't know. It started looking a lot better. So like the wide receiver room, I think is still the main thing. But like I said, we'll see how this works because I think Mayer Brock will be the you know what I'm saying. I think they'll be the main, and then hopefully Naylor or somebody can step up and be that receiver. But I think it's generally going to go through Mayer and Bowers.
Yeah, but before the season started, we was talking about we need a lot. I think they covered a lot of those bases. Because we said, well, we need linebackers, and we got them. We need offensive line. They got it. They got some help. So they fixed those up. Then we said the DBs. Man, our DBs suck, and they did. So the DBs look pretty good out there.
Mm-hmm.
Although the Winers didn't have their top receivers out there, but still, they still look good.
Yeah. Something about their backup quarterbacks always shred us. Like that, if they cut that dude, I think we should take a look. Let me see.
Yeah. Hold on a minute.
For sure.
Rosetown's in the building. What's up, Rosetown?
Rosetown.
Hey, man. Good to see you, brother. I ain't seen you in a while. We need that depth at the O-line and need some X receivers that can be separated. Exactly. Yeah, we need that one guy that can at least separate. Just keep the defense honest.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But like I said, I don't think Kubiak ran what he wanted to run. He ran just vanilla stuff. You know. What's this guy said? No one's really scared of the Chiefs anymore, rightfully so. Denver Broncos have gotten better. Yeah, well, everybody got better stuff for us. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Chargers will be Chargers, so your division is real cool. Yeah, well, we'll see how Chargers work out. Yeah, everybody said not scared of Chiefs anymore, but you still got to watch the Chiefs because they still got Mahomes. They still got Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what did you say? Defense looked good and improving. Yeah, they did. They look good. Like I said, it wasn't even the full defense. Everybody wasn't out there. The linebackers and Max Crosby, the main characters, wasn't even out there. So they look good.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like they put Stoops back there where he's supposed to be, free safety. And he was all over the place.
Yeah, which I like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what he should be.
Yeah, because I mean, if that would be bad if he was getting outplayed by say Palomino, which is not a true safety, and then that would have been a bad pick. But the kid's making plays. We need another one. That's what I'm saying. Like he's cool, but like we need another free safety too, because he, if something happens to him, then we're back in the same position as last year.
Yeah. Well, They got Taron Johnson who can play safety too. If it need be, and they can put Greedy Vance at safety at the slot for him because he did pretty good tonight too. Greedy Vance is baller. So they do. That's why the Raiders wanted guys who can play multiple positions on defense. That's what they wanted. So okay, in college you play slot corner. Can you play safety too? Yeah, I'll play field a little bit. Okay, cool. Just in case. But this is you don't play slot corner for us. But just in case we need a safety, we can put you out there. So I think that's what they did. And that's why some people, I'll see some comments on other channels that they're nagging about Spy Tech. I'm like, what Spy Tech do? He's only been in 2 years. His draft picks didn't get a chance to play last year, except for Jeanty, mainly. So you got to give them time. You got to get the players that the coaches want for their playing style. The coaches got to develop them. They're still young kids, because rarely do a college player come out and ball out. There have been some. There have been a few, but not all the time. So you can't sit there and say, well, he was drafted number 1. He should be starting. I beg to differ. Unless it's not a quarterback, I don't think he should start right away. If that's the only option you have, then okay, go and start. If you don't know if the backup was worse than the one you drafted, yeah, you had no choice. But Raiders not in that boat. They have a veteran there that can perform. That can wait. Running backs. Yeah, you don't have to wait. If you know one running back, which not rarely happens, I think a few times, that you should perform. If you know pick a left tackle, you should be able to perform. But quarterback's a whole different ballgame. So I think they're doing the right thing. He didn't look that good tonight, like he didn't look good last week, really. But you got to remember, he's playing the second guys. That's not going to be the team moving forward if he gets in there as a starter. Anyway, so any comments?
I'm ready for the real thing. Yeah. They're just ready to kind of see what it looks like, see what we can do.
Yeah. I think we'll play a lot better when the real thing starts.
Jack Kennel said.
Yeah, Jack Kennel saluted. I think we'll look a whole lot better when the real season starts, when we get the main players in there on a constant basis. I think we'll look good. I'm not saying we'll win 12 games. It would be nice if we did. But I'm just saying it's going to look a lot better than we have been looking for the past few years. Although this game was a loss with field goals, it still is entertaining watching this defense fly around.
Yeah.
Watching these running backs run the ball. The receivers didn't really show me anything tonight. Bowers was out there for a minute. Caught a little pass, caught one pass. Meyer caught a couple passes. Now, the one who pissed me off was Leon Thomas. He dropped 2 passes.
Yeah.
Okay, here we'll check in. Mendoza show he's not ready. Well, we knew he wasn't ready. That's why he's not going to start. So we already knew that. That's why they went and got Cousins for that particular reason. So yeah, you're right. He's not ready. Won't be ready for a few games. 93 DE. Who's 93? They got so many new guys and numbers. I don't even know anymore. 93.
That's not Harvey. That's it's not.
Pat Johnson. Yeah, he should make the team.
Yeah.
Pat Johnson should make the team because he's still balling. He balled last week. He balled this week. Yeah, he should make He should make the roster. So what's Patrick Johnson? 6'2", 248. Where are you, Patrick? Just saw you. Yeah. A 6-year vet. So he might make the team. Be nice if he does. Let's see. Harvey looked good out there. Goons didn't really show up. Sloan had a couple of good plays. Brandon Cleveland made some good plays up the middle. Fatukasi made some good plays. He stepped that middle up. So we was talking about a D line and looked that good. We was worried about it, but I think they're okay. They got to keep a few guys. Yeah, Patrick Johnson, yeah. Yeah, I think he'll make the team. Yeah, well, Carver's hurt, but we don't know the extent of it yet. We'll find out tomorrow, maybe. But like I said, he wasn't really a key piece of defense as of yet. So he was a work in progress. Hey, what's up, Black? No rookie quarterback is ready game one. Yeah, it hasn't been proven in history. History books tell you. There's a lot of quarterbacks drafted early in the first round, where number one pick, they had lousy stats. I think my man was a talent pulled up a graphic on that Matthew Stafford was lousy in the preseason. It took him years to get right. So yeah, so we'll see. That's it. Patience. It's all about patience. No, I know we've been waiting and hurting for a long time, but Jesus, come on, guys, give us a little bit longer. We'll be there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah, that's all we can do. Wait and see.
Yeah.
If this year's a bust, so be it. We got to start over again.
Another number one pick. Yeah. Worst case.
Well, if that's the case, then we'll pick again. Trade that pick out and get a few more picks. You know what I mean? Because I don't see anybody in next year's draft that's number one pick overall. Everybody talk about that receiver from Ohio State, but I don't think he's a number one overall pick. So 25-82-2, number one picks. That's a quarterback in last year's. Okay. But yeah, push come to shove, we get a top 5 pick, we can trade it down and get some more picks. I don't want us to be in that position, but if it is, so be it. It might not be a winning season where we get it the top 10 or top 5. In that case, then go ahead and trade that pick and get some more picks. Build a team up.
Mm-hmm.
MVP of the preseason is Mike Washington. Well, yeah. You can give to MVP to a preseason if you want, Jack. I'm good with that because he doesn't run his butt off. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Not really much to talk about. Just gotta wait for the real thing to start.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, wait for some of these cuts and see who they cut and who they're keeping. So it's gonna come down to it. Oh, no wonder. I didn't know that. That's why I didn't see him out there. Noah Brown was cut on 24th. Huh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, he got cut.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's on team only 8 days.
Yeah. Are we on this weekend?
Yeah. I think we're on tomorrow night, too.
Oh, you're on Christian.
Yeah, we're on. Yeah, Sunday. We can do a Sunday. That'll be our last. Well, won't be the last 10 o'clock show because after that, season starts.
Yeah.
Season start Wednesday, not this coming Wednesday, following next week. 2 Wednesdays. because that'd be the first game.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah, we're number one on the waiver wire. So
Yeah.
7:30 tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be ready. I haven't got no debate question for you. I was thinking about that, but then I totally like slipped my mind. But we'll think of something. Yeah, we're number one on the wheel, number one on the draft pick, number one on the waiver wire. So, and like I said, I was still black like tonight that a supplemental draft would have been number one on that too. So
Yeah.
But I don't want to see us number one and nothing no more becomes a draft or anything like that.
Just number one in the AFC West. That's it.
There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Well, it's gonna be a short show tonight, guys. We're not talk about. Raiders lost to the 49ers 18-12 on field goals. It is what it is. We kept them out the end zone. They didn't get no touchdowns. They didn't blow us out. They kicked the field goal right at the end. Like, wow, you just took a knee. Why you catching your field goal? But that stuff like that, teams remember. That much that time on the clock, you just took a knee and ran that last 50 seconds out. You gonna kick a field goal? Okay.
Personal.
Yeah, we had no timeouts left. You just took a knee and ran the clock out. But okay.
It's always personal.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. We'll definitely see when we play you guys again. When we play them late in the year,
November 8th.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see that.
But who's counting?
Yeah, they'll be up there. They'll be up there where you are.
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see how it turns out.
At the old construction site.
Yeah, like I said, Battle of the Bay. Whoa, that's my check. The 49ers were in Santa Cruz and where are they? San Jose? Where are they? Where are they at?
Yeah, close enough. Santa Clara.
Santa Clara. And then Raiders in the desert.
Yeah.
So it's like the Battle of the Suburbs.
Battle of the desert.
No, Battle of the Suburbs. That's funny. All right. Well, I don't know about you, man, but I'm just going there and eat.
Yeah, buddy. I'm about to tear the sandwich down.
I'm going to eat my lingua burrito.
Yes.
You know what that is?
Oh, yeah.
You know what lingua is, right?
Oh, yeah. That tongue. That native tongue.
Yeah, I like tongue. I like tongue. Yeah, that's my wife. Nope. Oops. You might be watching.
For sure, man.
No, I like tongue. I like beef tongue, man. I love it. It's tender. Anyway, that's of my eating habits. But
the burbs.
Yeah, well, basically.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Vegas is a metropolitan, but I just said the Battle of the Burbs. It's not a major. Vegas is not a major city like we can say, like L.A., Frisco, Dallas, stuff like that. It's not a major city. It is a metropolitan, but it's still the burbs.
Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for coming on. And you guys remember, I'm still trying to get to 500, so help me out. Tell a friend, to tell some more friends, and tell some more friends. Just help me out. Even you don't have to be Raider fans, but just help me out. Not begging, just asking. Any final thoughts?
Let's beat these damn Dolphins. We got a couple, to get ready. So I want to see our best foot forward. Number kicking ass from now on.
What's that? Loving some tacos. Yeah, I like tacos too, but I like burrito better. Burrito's that one meal in a hand. It has everything. It has all your proteins and your vegetables and everything else. Dairy, you got cheese. It's like a one meal in a hand. All right. All right, guys. Thanks for coming in. This is a quick show. We just want to highlight, what we saw out there. I like what I saw on defense. I said defense is going to be the main part of our team. Get the offense together, then we can do some business. Because you got to remember, just very quick before we go, Biz pointed out and I looked at that. The Cardinals game was but we shut out Houston in the second half completely. Didn't let the 40 whiners get in the end zone. So it's all good. But anyway, guys, hey, thanks for coming in. Be safe out there. Be careful. Season starts in a couple of weeks. Some real football. Been waiting for that. Anyway, as we say so long, we'll see. You'll see me Friday night with Biz, so make sure you check him out. We're gonna have the fight or flight. I think that's what it's called. I'm not wrong. I'm sorry. And then we'll be back Sunday morning for our show, the Sunday morning Pilgrim show. We'll talk about the cuts up to that point, and maybe who we picked up. So that's at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Stay tuned for that. I am Christopher Raiders, one of your hosts, and the other host, the main guy, Raider Nation Jason. And before we go, we got to give it out. All right. Good night, guys. And thanks for coming in.
Raider Nation Jason, Chris, 4 Raiders, Chewy, and this the Cover 3 show. Raider Nation Jason, Chris, 4 Raiders, Chewy, and this the Cover 3 show. Raider Nation Jason, Chris, 4 Raiders, Chewy, and it's the Cover 3 show. Raider Nation.